everyone. So on today's episode, oh boy. Anyways, on today's episode of what the hell am I doing these videos for? I'm gonna show you a little bit easier way to do your toe. Now, there's different methods, but this is actually extremely precise, higher precision than those laser machining, whatever that you pay $100 something to do, and they do half-ass job. Say, there we go, it's perfect. But this is actually much better way of doing it. If you're looking at this video, you probably have seen the other videos where there's bees everywhere. People will set up jack stands at a quarter of each car, and then string a line across, and then they'll figure out the center line of the car and measure from that. Now that takes forever and ever, and you'll find it really quick that there's something that's the same pretty much on all the cars, that from the center line, unless the car has been in a very serious accident, from the center line, the centers of the wheel or the axles are the same distance. So you don't actually need to find the center of the car at all. What you need to do is center, it's hard to see, but you center from the center of the wheel or the axle to the line. Now let me show you the rig. It starts with these two PVC pipes, whatever that size is. I'm not sure what size it is. Probably like 2-inch maybe. No, probably 1.5 inches. Anyways, you don't need a thick wall, but you need a large diameter. I think it's 1 inch. Alright, anyways, whatever it be. It prevents it from flexing too much, so it keeps it steady. So when you get two pieces of the same length, you put a notch on the same distance. So I put them together, I put a notch. The distance between these two notches here and the back is exactly the same, and that's the most important part. What it does is that the lines now are the same distance from each other at here. What you need to do next is center those lines to the center line of the car, and like I said, the wheels are about the same distance from the center. They're supposed to be the same distance. So from here to the line, if you measure, it's too small. Anyway, I use a meter for that, but the distance from this line to this on both sides is exactly the same. On the back first, I do the back first, and then I do the fronts, and then I do the back again, and then double check the front. It goes much faster if you have a body, because you have to tape it, measure, and makes it easier if you have somebody just measuring it and somebody else taping it. After you did that, you can actually then measure the toe. And one of the most important parts also, that the line must be going roughly through the center of the wheel. And that's because if you measure the bigger distance, the numbers will make more sense. The smaller you get, the smaller number will be. So if it's a 16 difference here, it'll be only like 164 difference here. So the wider you measure, the better. I like to measure at the rim because it gives a nice stable point. The wheel, if it's really fucked up, it could be fucked up. So I just go for the rim, because usually that's totally fine. So for example here, very hard to see because it's shiny, but this one is 5 1/4 here. And roughly 5, a little bit more than a quarter here. So this wheel is slightly towed in, and you just do it the same way throughout. The most important part is also to try and center the front. You technically should be centering the rack, but that's very hard to do typically. So just measure from here to here, you check how much off it is, you check the other side, right? You check that side how much it is and how much this side is, and then if it's off by about the same distance, so let's say this is towed out and the other one is towed in, ooh, bugs, then you just move the steering wheel the other way to try and get where it's more or less the same distance, and that will give you close enough dimension. And then from there you can check your alignment. And so I know the front is about a 16 towed in, and I already measured an 8 or something like that. The total is 8. This one is towed in as well, and the other one is straight. So I actually need to adjust this wheel to be straight as well. And the reason the front is towed in, it just gives it more straight line stability, because this car has issues with that. So yeah, so now you can adjust. And the reason it's on the trailer and not on flat ground is because it's easier to crawl under it, because adjustment is under the car. Yeah, you can make stools or whatever to hold the car up to make it easier, but yeah, for me, just a trailer. So there you go. That's I guess pro tip for you. Yeah, I guess that's it. Then see you later, guys.